Welcome to Live, Let, Thrive, a podcast about the Airbnb life, the share economy, and everything in between. Here are your hosts, Myka and Steve.
Hello, hello, hello.
And welcome back to another exciting episode
Of Live,
Let
Drive. What is going on, Myka, man?
I am chilling. How about yourself?
Doing all right, man. I got that Rona.
So what episode we on?
We are on episode 144 of your favorite Airbnb, VRBO, short-term, long-term real estate rentals podcast in the world. Live, Let, Thrive.
And Steve is officially COVID-19 positive.
Well, I mean, I might not have it anymore. I was positive when I checked, which was Saturday, this past Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So it might have, it's already like Thursday. Well, it's already Wednesday. So it might be gone already. But I'm doing another test tomorrow, doing one of the instant tests, I guess. You can do instant one. So I'm doing one of those tomorrow just to see where I'm at with the whole COVID thing. I feel fine. I feel perfectly fine. My wife's the one that got sick, has like I wouldn't say flu, but she got like a good cold going on and cough and stuff like that. Me, I felt like fatigues, muscle soreness, and lost the taste and smell. That's kind of weird. That's the weirdest part. Lost the taste and smell. So
get it back yet?
Taste pretty. I could taste, but the smell is like, that's why I'm not wasting my money on good coffee. I'm just using Folgers bullshit because of why you can't taste it anyways, right?
Yeah.
And they both do the same job, right?
Pretty much.
But anyways, that's So it's a weird thing. I guess I got the invincible President Trump, genes going on with you can knock COVID like nothing, slamming down the mask and shit.
So you're good. You're 100. Family's doing good though, right?
Family's good. Kids are good. That's a big thing. We don't want to say a lot of stuff on here because then someone will say, well, I know someone that, or my uncle, or my, I don't want to offend nobody.
Yeah.
It ain't if you're, middle-aged to young and you don't got shit going on, it's probably not going to fuck you up too bad. It's, you got only a 99.97 chance of survival. And kids, it don't, thank God, it don't, for the most part, mess with kids very much at all. So that's a good. They're running around doing everything just like normal. And it's the wife, you got a little sick and that's it. But she's functional. And so I'm going to. I guess I got the Rona, man. It's fucking crazy.
Dang, but at least you're over it. You know what I'm saying? Well, not over it, but you guys are feeling good. Y'all ain't hospitalized, nothing like that. Y'all ain't on breathalyzers and all that good stuff.
Yeah, there's people that really go through it big, hardcore, and my heart goes out to them. It's a really, really contagious disease. I'll give it that. It's very contagious.
Dang. So just you and your wife got it, and
then just me and the wifey, and I took a test, and I filled out all the paperwork again for work, saying that I'm not going to be able to go until they said it is the crazy part, and I don't know if I should even whatever, but they said you can come back to work if you have a negative test, right? You can come back to work if you have a negative test, but we won't ask you for the negative test. Like. So someone that had no sick days to cover this shit, they're gonna be like, I got to get back and start making money. I got shit to pay, And
that's
so they might say, yeah, I got a negative test. Then they're not gonna ask for it, right? I don't know. It's not really very organized how they're doing things. But let's talk some real estate today. How you feel about it?
So how long you been out?
From work?
Yeah.
Well, I took the test on Saturday, so I didn't go to work Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. My days off for Tuesday, Wednesday. So I've only had to take 3 work days off, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm already off. My off days, right? And I'm tomorrow. tomorrow, yeah, I'm going to take that instant test tomorrow and see where I'm at, and then and see if I'm gonna go back to work or not.
So so you able to get some real estate stuff going on? How'd the business popping off?
The business. I kind of alluded to it when I was texting you. I was like, and we're talking about. You said, let your management company do their thing until they can't make the rent. Then start speaking up more. If they cover the rent and they make you profit, don't even worry about it. If they're how they're doing things. And so I was like, okay, I'll take that approach. Well, this past month, after all the fees and after all the the cleaning fees and after all their the management fees, I did the math, and I kind of told you like a half truth, because I said they didn't make rent. Now, if luckily I had on my newer unit, I have a $99 month this month coming up in December.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that $99 month, instead of having to pay $11.50 for that month, I profited probably about $750 with both of them combined. That's combined profit. But if I would have had to pay full month's rent for this month, I would have been in the negative by like $300 something. I would have lost money. So luckily I had that $99 month in my pocket. So I still profited this month. But if it continues like this, and next month I'm paying full price on both units, it's not gonna be profitable. And so I went ahead and reached out to him, and in a polite way, and asked him, okay, here's what I don't like y'all are doing here. Let's change this. How about the pricing? And they were cool. They accommodated with me. They were accommodating, and so we kind of worked out like an agreement how we can change the pricing and try to get more stays. Because one thing that I didn't like how they were doing, and I mean, if you can do this probably in certain areas and it might work, and especially with houses, I know you can do this with houses, but with 1-bedroom condos, which there's like a fucking dime a dozen in Dallas, right? You might not be able to use this strategy. What they're using is like 2 weeks out and further, they're putting everything for 5-day minimums. So what happens, they're trying to catch the big fish. I understand. Like in a house, yeah, okay, because you might be able to catch a big fish doing that shit. But if there's so much competition that someone goes online and wants to book like a weekend in the future, you ain't gonna pop up on their views because they want to do like a little 2-day or 3-day thing. You're not gonna pop up on their views at all, right? Because you're 5-day minimum, so you're not gonna pop up. And I'm telling them, look, I know I'm probably missing 90% of the views because you have it set at 5-day minimum so far in the future. And we have not snagged any 5-day or more listings at all. Just that one lady that was, the travel nurse, but that's different. So I had them stop that immediately. And weekends, she said, well, put everything on 1 day. No, keep weekends at 2 days. 2 days on Friday, 2 days on Saturdays. Further in the future, have the prices higher and then just come down on the prices. At least I'll show up in the people's searches, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm just trying to just tweak it a little. I got like 3 bookings today, so I mean, I don't know if that helps with it, but I started getting some bookings rolling in. But yeah, I said, well, didn't cover the rent, so time to talk to him. And so I talked to him about that, and they were responsive and they did what I told them to do. So there you go. And plus one thing, I've missed a couple bookings already because they didn't respond fast enough, and then the person retracted their shit. You know what I'm saying? So today someone came, yes, and someone came through today and said, hey, and I looked at the phone. I was like, boom, accept. Well, hey, thank you for your interest in our place. Appreciate y'all coming to visit. And then I sent them that welcome message, and then like 10 minutes later, local estates did their thing and they started sending their messages. But I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna lose. I'm gonna be more proactive. I gotta make the rent, bro. I gotta make the rent. I'd love to be a hands-off owner where I go fucking gallivant in Maui and then my shit runs itself. That'd be wonderful. But I gotta make rent first.
You can be that.
I can.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, yeah, if they missing shit, yeah, I'd holler at them. Especially if they're missing. I don't really like the 2 weeks out, 5-day minimum. That ain't really my style. I don't really even use that no more. If anything, it'd be like a month out. Maybe I'll do like a 3 or 4-day minimum, a month out, But other than that, I kind of do in the incentivized way. I use kind of Sean's strategy with incentivizing the longer stay instead of forcing it. That seems to work pretty well.
How do you do that? How do you incentivize?
Just offer them discounts for longer stays. Like, hey, if you stay 5 days, you get this much of a discount on this day. If you stay 4 days on this day, you get this much of a discount. So then it incentivizes like a longer stay. But yeah, I mean, you did well. I mean, if they, me, I'm like, how I am. I'm gonna hop in when stuff's about to go sideways. I mean, I'm about to pick up 5 right now. We're getting 5 furnished up this weekend, getting those popped off, and then letting it run itself from there. If stuff don't go right, then I'll be like, hey, how do we fix this? But
who's gonna manage it?
Comfy.
Oh, Comfy Living.
Comfy, yeah. They're gonna manage it, and we're gonna go from there. So it just depends on how comfortable you are, what I'm saying, and how you want your time spent, what I'm saying. So like I've been doing weekly to 2-week meetings with Federico. Those are cool, So then I ain't got to always be hands on with that. But other than that, your city sent me a $300 fine today.
Your city, man.
Huh?
Your city now.
I went off on them because, like, first off, let's get it out there. Arlington's bored as hell with COVID because they ain't got nothing going on. And I'm gonna tell you how. I know this for a fact. They're just sitting their asses down there. If you're an Arlington taxpayer, you need to get on their ass because they ain't doing shit. I keep hearing about these shootings in Southeast Arlington, and they up here harassing people. So I get they knock on your door to give you a citation, right? So he gives me this citation. I'll open it up. I read it. It says, you've been operating a short-term rental at my home address here. I'm like, the hell are they talking about? So, and Mahogany called, Mahogany, he called, he would start going off. Like, what are you talking about? We don't have no short-term rentals. We ain't advertised nowhere. We're closed down. We closed our listings down a long time ago. This dude, it's how bored they are down there. So if you got any problems going on down at the city council, they ain't doing shit. So call their asses. Because this is what this dude did. I go and look at all my calendars. He goes, no, it's a listing on VRBO that has a 2-night minimum. So I pull it up and I'm like, bro, everything's blocked. We don't even rent here anymore. Everything's blocked out. He goes, no. There's some time available. I'm like, when? I'm clicking through the calendar. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, oh, it's December 2021. Bro, you this fucking bored? You're clicking through a year from now. That's what y'all doing down at the Arlington City Council. Y'all sitting down here clicking through Airbnbs a year from now. Oh, who's got openings? This is what we're doing with the taxpayer money here, right?
Man.
I'm like, bro. I was like, seriously? I'm sitting here trying to get Christmas bookings for next year in my own house? Okay. So I was like, all right, man, I'll make sure. So I have to get with VRBO, have them take it down. I'm like, this what they're doing down there? Like, y'all bored down there? Like, what? Guy name, I ain't even going to put his name out there. But, yeah.
Is that Brett? Brett?
Or yeah, that's him.
Yeah, Brett Mullins or whatever.
The short-term rental, what is he, the short-term rental manager?
Yeah, he's short.
Short-term rental flashlight cop. Like, seriously?
That's his job, man. That's solely his fucking job, man. To go look at listings all day. That's what he does.
And you're finding ones that are a year out from now. And I was like, I guess, because I didn't close it. I just closed everything on Airbnb, but I guess Airbnb has a specific term of when they can open the calendar back up. So I think I might just go into Airbnb and say dates unavailable, default or whatever, just to remove the listing. But
so what about the fine? What's he doing with that?
And he said we got to go to court.
Oh, jeez.
I ain't paying shit. I'll be like, look, man, your boy Brett bored. I'm like, the man over here eating Twinkies, donuts, I don't know what it is, and you're scrolling through a whole year worth of Airbnb listings. I'm like, or VRBO listings. I'm like, man, I didn't even know I was listening there, but I'm gonna go get it handled. I'm like, look, man, I don't know what this dude's doing. I don't know how much time y'all have on y'all hands down here. There's shootings going on in South Arlington, people's trucks being broken into. But yeah,
Yeah, I'll tell you how it went because I went to court like a few weeks ago, right?
bro. Oh, for your ticket, what happened?
For my short-term rental thing, and well, so mine was operating without a permit, or whatever, and I had it was two misdemeanors because remember the first one's just a ticket, like the first one you get, that's just a ticket. What y'all got? But if let's say you didn't take it down, right? And he'll come at you like in a couple of days from now, go look at it again, and boom, he'd send you a misdemeanor immediately without even you going and handling the first one. It's bullshit how they're doing it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can't. So anyways, I was gonna do court. It was right around COVID time, so they pushed it all the way back, and so I got it all the way back, pushed to November, and so I went a few weeks ago. And how it works, you go to like the assembly room, and it's kind of like a kangaroo court thing going on. But you go to assembly room, and you get in there, and you take a seat. Everybody's socially distanced and shit. And then they have just regular like these long tables spread out, like there's like 4 or 5 of them, and then in the back of the room, in the back of the assembly room, there's all the short-term rental, the host compliance guy, like a judge. But when you get there, they tell you, okay, well, here's, the guy's just speaking like to everybody. He's like, okay, the prosecutors are sitting at the end of those tables. And if you want to go talk to the prosecutors and see what you can do about your fine, your ticket. Everybody was there for short-term rental thing. He goes, if you want to see about what you could do with your fine, or you could do deferred adjudication, or you could do. He gave you these options, right? Or if you want to set like a jury trial, you can do that. You just talk directly to the prosecutor, and they work something out with you. If you want to talk to the code compliance people first, and then they have to show you the evidence of what you were doing wrong. And then he goes, now listen, the prosecutors, they're not here to hear anything, or if the evidence says that you did it, so you're guilty, but you can work something out with them. So it's not like you're going to talk to a judge. You're going to say, hey, these guys, my calendar, explain your calendar thing. If those prosecutors hear it from the code compliance guys that you're guilty, you're fucking guilty. So there's no fighting it, really. But you can request a trial by jury or a trial by judge at a future date if you want to do that. If you want to try to fight it. They're not there. Your first appearance is not there for fighting it. It's just saying, am I guilty or am I not guilty? If you plead guilty, this is what you can do to keep it off your record. And so I said, I just went ahead. Mine was yours. You have a fight. I think you have a bit of a fight. But with mine, I just like, okay, even though I have these 2 tickets, they're 2 misdemeanors, I'd like to keep them off my record. Can I do that deferred adjudication thing? And looked at me, okay, yeah, and they were like $510 fines each, right? It was big. The misdemeanor, the first one's like $300 that you got. After that, if you haven't removed it, it's going to be like $510 the next one, and then it's going to grow from there. So I had 2 of the misdemeanor things, and he said, I said, I'd like to do the deferred thing. And he goes, okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah. If you don't do it again, whatever, if you don't have another offense in 90 days, then we'll take them both off your record. And then, you only have to pay $300 for the both of them. So they reduced the fine to $300 for both of them, which was going to be like $1,000 something. And then, I just don't do short-term rentals in Arlington for 90 days, and they'll be off my record.
So you didn't have to pay anything, or you had to pay?
I paid $300 for the. But with yours, it's your first offense, so probably they'll knock that $300 when you got down to, I don't know, $150. Who knows?
Wow.
You want to fight it, you can request a trial by jury or trial by whatever if you want to fight it, but then that's more time, more money, right?
Yeah.
Or more court fees. So is it worth it? I don't know. It's on you.
Yeah, I'm going to have to talk to the dude. She said we can have one virtually if we can. Yeah. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm going to see if I can do it virtually. If not, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm COVID positive and we rolling up in there. So, hey.
They won't let you in if you say that, though.
Yeah. But hey, I don't know. But yeah, it seems that they're bored as hell. But yeah,
That's it,
you know,
man.
it is what it is. But I was like, wow, really? But I think I know what happened. I think because I went through and I started deleting all my Airbnb listings that I no longer use. And I think that one was tied to the ones over VRBO, and then it popped up as a
Mm.
2-day minimum and everything. I had everything blocked. So I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So I ain't tripping. But I'm just like, dang, dude, y'all really scrolling through count just bored, bro. But I see if that's his job, that's his job. That's what we're paying people to do down there. But I don't know. But yeah,
Oh
man, I
man.
mean, that came across my door today. But other than that, man, I finally got my condo up for sale.
Cool.
Got that listed. We went in there and we completely remodeled it, renovated it. Took the popcorn ceiling off. I think you've seen it. I posted it on
It
Instagram,
looks nice. Yeah,
Facebook.
it looks real nice.
Yeah, so I listed it at 125. Hopefully, a good California cash buyer will come in and swoop it right up.
That's
Um,
cool.
but yeah, so other than that, man, that's what I've been doing, and then I got to start looking for my 1031 property as soon as that gets sold. So just on my hustle, man, on my hustle. I'm trying to make 2021 a great year. You know,
That's cool. Yeah. You got any bites so far? Anybody uh asking about the condo?
just people I've talked to. My realtor hasn't said anything yet. She talked to a few people that in the complex that are actually interested in buying it, but then most of them are gonna have an investor mind, so they ain't gonna pay it at 125. But
Oh,
other than
okay.
that, they're having an open house on Saturday. If anybody want to roll through, yeah, that's about
That's
it.
it's an Airbnb cash cow. If Airbnb ever gets, allowed to do again right there, a mile outside. Is it within the mile or outside the mile?
Outside the mile, and it's an HOA, so it's kind of a no go on Airbnb.
Okay, unless the HOA changed their mind.
Yeah, HOA changed their mind, city changed their mind. It's like it ain't even worth the fight. It's like you got two barriers to jump over. It's like, you know what I mean?
Right,
Cool.
right.
I've been telling people it's like make 16. We do 1,600 to 1,000, 2,000 a month on a corporate. So if you want it, there you go. Fits the 2% rule, the 1% rule. So
Now, are you leaving the furniture in it?
I definitely will for a full 125 cash offer. You can have the furniture, the TVs, everything.
Okay.
I'm fully stocked. Yes,
All
sir.
the way nice.
Yes, sir.
125K. That's not bad.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see how that works, and hopefully we be able to get that pulled off.
So what is the reason you're selling it for?
Texas tax is too high to me, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell it, 1031 exchange it, triple the cash flow.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah. So
Arkansas.
yeah, triple the cash flow. I'm only arbitraging in Texas, so use Texas's economic system and arbitrage the hell out of it. Use it for what it's good
Nice.
for.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So you getting a third unit, right?
Yeah, over there in Fort Worth.
Oh, how's that coming along?
It should be ready December 13th. Tentatively, December 13th.
December 13th?
So, yeah.
Okay. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. And this one, I don't have to. I'm not chained to a particular management company.
Yeah.
So what I'm most excited about, because I'm cool with the management company doing it, but I don't like the fact that I can't fire them if they do a shitty job. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the number one moral to the story that I'll tell anybody that listens to our show, the number one thing, don't go into an arbitrage where the management is included, because then if they do a fucked up job, you can't fire them. You're stuck with them. So yeah, I learned that. I'm learning that. I mean, I got to do what I got to do. I got to freaking finesse them. Got to, mold them to be good at it. But I shouldn't have to do that. If I'm paying someone 15%, they should go ahead and do that for me.
I agree.
So yeah. So I'm not going to be chained to one. Actually, how I'm planning on doing this one is me and Federico. Well, Federico's going to kind of be my. He's going to run it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I want him to learn the game. I want him to learn how to, manage individual Airbnbs, because he kind of does that for y'all. I mean, he manages them from afar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And does all the guest guest interaction, sets up the calendars and all that shit.
Mhm.
So he could do. I said, well, shit, you could do the management for this one, and then as we expand further, you know how to do it. I just hand them all off to you, and then you can handle them from Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
And so
You have boots on the ground.
and he had that's the thing. I think we'll see. I need to talk to Sarah too, because she lives in Fort Worth, like right down the road from those particular ones. So if I do need a boots on the ground, I just say, we'll have somebody that can go over there. Of course, we give her some money to go. But if we ever,
Sarah, ain't she doing units?
she's putting them together. Yeah, she's putting together the units.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's so I know that's the main thing for you is having boots on the ground, right?
Well, yeah,
And
you gotta have boots on the ground.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to talk to her about, because she's going to be setting up 12 units there in that complex. She's setting them all up. So,
yeah, I passed up one of those deals.
Yeah, she said.
I went ahead and we got the other ones.
So where did you get those other ones at?
H-Town.
H-Town.
Yeah.
H-Town ain't saturated yet?
We got it. We in a good area, right by the hospitals.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And I kind of diversified it. I got a 2-bedroom and then some 1-bedrooms. So yeah, I was like, man, I got actually Sarah's gonna be setting up for all 5 of them.
She gonna go to Houston?
Yeah, her and her friend or whatever, I think. Becca.
Oh yeah.
So they gonna. It might be just her. I don't know. But yeah, they sent me the mood boards. I was like, oh, I like it. It's dope. So once I get those off.
Man, she's doing the mood boards, and she's doing the now she's doing the actual like kind of like a blueprint, like looking from above. If you wanted to see how a layout shit was, she'll do like an image of it above. They're coming up, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, so I'm gonna knock those 5 out because we're doing a total of 35 doors next year. So 2021 we'll have 35 more, hopefully added on.
Now I told her about Host GPO.
Yeah,
and so she's super busy, but she says she's gonna look into it. I said you're gonna save thousands of dollars, for your clients too, with those GP, because she likes her systems. She orders everything from Wayfair and Amazon. That's pretty much how she does it right now.
Yeah,
but if she incorporates that, a Host GPO, man, she take it to the next level.
Facts. Yeah, that's all I was looking at Host GPO too, man. If you can get somebody on to just get in there and do it, grid everything on Host GPO, get it delivered, set up, you good. So
you're getting 5 and Comfy's getting 5 also, or what?
Yeah, we're doing a 5-5 split.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like a whole floor or 2 floors or what?
I don't know if it's a floor. It's like 10 doors.
Yeah.
10 doors, knock them out, get more. I'm trying to do 5 per quarter. Trying to do 5 a quarter, 5 this quarter, 5 next quarter, 5 the quarter after. So we'll end up probably with 20, but it'll be a total of 35 package deals.
So is there a lot of desperate apartment complexes right now that are giving good deals?
In DFW, I would say no. I would say no in DFW, and I don't know about Houston. I would say yes in Houston. Actually, this is what I say. The deals are only as good as the person who's in front of them negotiating them. I noticed that's why I went to Houston, because when I was in Dallas, I was like, people weren't negotiating deals. They had some terrible deals on the table, and I was just like, what the hell? Like, people going in telling the owners they pay market rent. I'm like, what the but it's just people don't be knowing. So I was just like, okay, never mind. So I got with my crew. Me and my crew, we know how to do the deal. We just had somebody else come set it up because, people were – so it's a lot of people going to go under. I can tell, because a lot of these people ain't running numbers and ain't doing the deal right. I'm like, y'all can't be telling me y'all picking up market rent deals. And I'm like, man, because I just made an offer on a deal. I think I offered them 15% below, and I'm waiting to hear back. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, wow. But you're picking up multiple units, though.
This one was just with a direct landlord who was having trouble renting the place. I was like, it was way too high. I was like, that's why you're not renting it. And I went and gave him my price. I ain't heard back from him. We'll see. But when you do pick up multiple units, you should be able to work really, really good deals and know how to work deals out in your favor. Because like I've been seeing people even picking up multiple deals, just having like bad terms. And I'm like, man, I can't do that, So yeah,
Anybody told you look kind of like Kawhi Leonard with your cornrows?
no,
You kind of do, man. Got the
no,
Kawhi look going on.
no, sir.
You wish you had his money though, right?
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, other than that, that's all I've been on, man. Hustling, trying to get everything going.
Cool, man.
I had something to say about your team, your local estates.
Okay.
I think their problem is they're in a growth phase and they're ignoring systems. So now they're just kind of what happens when you ignore systems is you kind of you build some bad blood with your clientele. That's how I look at it. Because I had an anonymous person kind of tell me, he was like, I went and talked to them for an interview on a few things, and he said there was some stuff he didn't like, so he just like kind of backed out. So I was like, yeah. So hopefully they get it better. They get better at it.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
Our buddy in downtown. I don't know. Maybe
It
it's
might be.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's So I was like, man. So we will see. Maybe it'll get better. Because like right now, when you have systems, I want to tell people this. When you have systems, it's easier to grow. It's way easier to grow because now you have the system in place. You don't have to worry about everything in the back mirror crumbling to shit because you ain't got the systems to support it, but you're still growing your business. You know what I mean? So.
No, that's very important. Yeah, it's because you remember? Did you watch Game of Thrones back in the day?
Yeah, for sure.
You remember when Khaleesi, the mother of dragons, they started conquering all these places, right? And so they would remove the people that were in power, the evil ones, and they would like take over this place. We're freeing you from your oppressors. Yeah, they're all happy and shit. Yeah. And then they move on to the next, place she was, freeing and liberating everybody. But then she kept getting word, hey, that place we conquered back there is falling back to the, oppressors, the one before that, because she didn't have systems to keep the shit, free. Yeah. But she just got into the conquer mode. This is, fucking let's conquer, and free these people. Yeah, but it's gonna all turn back to shit if you don't have systems to keep it free. So that's kind of like how I'm gonna say local estates. They see this. Wow, we can get 5 units here, 10 units here. We can expand to Virginia. We can expand to Houston. We can expand to Oklahoma. It's just like. Expansion's cool and fun, but you got to keep your people happy that you're already working for, in the process.
That's real. And I'm going to tell people that because I was telling a story today to my guys. We were talking. I was like, I sacrificed growth for systems. Now I can go into growth mode real heavy because I have the systems to do it. Because I remember the first 2 years of my timeshares, getting my timeshares, and that was hell. I ain't had no systems for it. So it was hell. You just, all your time goes to this, and you don't have the systems, and I grew it too fast. But that's what taught me, hey, hold up. Slow yourself down, get systems in place, then grow. So now I walk in with the system, then you can go ahead and grow. You know what I mean? You can just grow gradually or however much you want to. You grow by how much the system can support. So,
yeah, measure twice, cut once, right?
Exactly. That's a perfect saying for it,
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
So after you sell this condo, you plan on picking up 3 more units over there,
if I can, if the 1031 allows it, if I can get the full 125, we probably can do 2 or 3 doors. We can get 2 or 3 doors bought, nothing out of pocket. So all we pay is setup cost of the furniture and all that. Get those 3 up and start moving.
Nice.
So hopefully by the end of quarter 1, we'll have a minimum of 6 new doors into quarter 1. Yeah, minimum of 6 new doors.
Better hurry and do the 1031 exchange before Biden takes over.
Yeah, I don't think Congress still in there, so I don't think he's doing that. But yeah. For sure, though,
We'll see how that goes. One funny article, not funny, But I guess you know that lady that runs the student. I was kind of like the student loans of the country. She DeVos is her name or something like that. She manages education or something like that. But she on her way out, because the new regime's coming in, and she was talking about, it's going to be a disaster if they go try to start forgiving all these student loans, and it's socialism and this and that. She started going off on like this is how terrible it is. And okay, I can understand some of the gripes of the student loan thing. I don't know why we're going on this tangent, but here's the thing, because I guess I was thinking about the 1031 exchange. I was like, so it's cool for like a billionaire, let's say like Trump and a lot of those other people up there, they can rack up hundreds of millions, billions in debt, and then just bankrupt it and not pay a cent of it, and none of their personal shit gets touched, right? That's cool. But somebody making $10 an hour somewhere because they have like $100,000 student loan sitting on them, they can't bankrupt that shit away. That shit don't go away in bankruptcy, And so how come like the little man has to continue getting crushed by this debt nonstop for the rest of their life, where a billionaire and millionaire, the ones that are actually running the country, they can just, hey, I don't want to pay it, boom, 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 swipe of a pen, they can bankrupt whatever that little company was that they racked up all that debt, and they got to pay shit,
Remember, that ain't no billionaire anywhere. That's somebody who's educated in tax laws. But I see your point.
Right. I'm just saying, I'm not arguing. You can't have it both ways. You can't just say, okay, it's socialism if we pay for your education. Well,
a better example would have been bailouts. You can bail out $1 billion company, but you can't bail out a dude who just went to school, got an education. Perfect example.
That's a good example too. Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay, you can go bail out all these big, huge corporations. But on the flip side, it's like flip sides to the argument. Because on the other side is, yeah, you bailed out this big corporation, but this big corporation is about to bring in a bunch of more jobs. So it's a trickle-down effect. Having one person consumer debt is good for America because he has to keep on paying, goes to collections, whatever, we live in a socialist country. No matter how you look at it, we do. Somebody's going to get bailed out. The big corporations or the little dude. You know what I mean? We live in a socialist country. I don't know what people think that we don't. Like, literally, you can get online and go apply for a bunch of business grants and get tens and thousands of dollars. I do it all the time. We live in a socialist country. Like, I don't know why people don't know they can do this shit. I'm like, yeah, you can go get. I filled out how many grants during COVID, SBA loans, all that. That shit's socialism for businesses and people with money. We just live in one.
Right.
They print money. They need to give it to somebody with interest. That's socialism. I don't know if you don't know how it works, bro, but that's socialist. I got to give you some money so I can collect some interest, bro. I got to have money flow. Like, I don't know if people don't understand it or like, yeah, that's how this shit work.
Yeah.
So yeah, we live in a socialist country. Hell, you, how many people paying cash for their mortgage? Not too many of them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just we have educated socialism, meaning you have to be educated in certain areas to get certain benefits.
Mm-hmm. But
no,
yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why when people talk about socialism, like, you're a product of it. Whether you want to look at it or not, you're a product of the shit. We live in a socialist capitalist country.
A socialist capitalist country. Yeah. That pretty much sums it up pretty good right there.
Yeah.
Socialist capitalist.
You just got to get in where you fit in around here. Is you about to slave for the dollar the rest of your life? Or you about to try to get your hustle so you can go enjoy your time? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how do you think this whole COVID thing is going to play out the next few months?
That's a good question. I mean, I think it's something that everybody should consider. If you're growing your business, because I'm in a growth phase, I'm growing my business. I think, like I said, blue states are going to shut down. We were just talking to a guy today. He was talking about he can't wait for the vaccine to come out so he can go get a vaccine so he can leave his house. I'm like, hey, to each his own. I ain't getting no vaccine, but I don't know. I think that depending on where you are, I think it's very location dependent. So will they shut down again? I don't know. Will they force vaccines? I don't know. I'm hearing people thinking they're going to force vaccines. I have people thinking like, nah, it'll continue back to normal. Some people think 2021 is going to be just like 2020. So it's going to be interesting. Like, I mean, I would ask somebody like you. You've had COVID or whatever. You felt like, hey, you can get over it. Like, does it feel like a cold? And if it feels like a cold, then do you feel like the country should be shut down?
I don't think it should be shut down. But I do think that like for me, for example, I know that I have it or had it or whatever, wherever I'm at with it right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't gonna go around no old people. I ain't gonna go see my parents. I ain't gonna go put people that they could really fuck up. I'm not gonna put them in danger.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. Maybe there are people that don't give a fuck and that will put people in danger. So it's a tricky situation. You can't just paint it one way or the other. So I don't know. I think it's not, man. I don't want to say it's not as dangerous. It's if you read the news for 15, 20 minutes, you think the world's coming to an end, right? I mean, because every article, and then if you click on one of those articles, then 100 more articles follows you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so you think the world's coming to an end, but you go outside, you do go out there, take a walk. It's like normal. You know what I'm saying? And so I try not to freak out or panic about things, and I just play it safe. We're staying in the freaking house, and that's all we can do. Luckily, you can order everything online to your house now, right? Or just go pick it up and they'll put it in the back of your car for you. And so it's I guess protect the ones that need protecting, maybe, and let everybody else go about their lives, maybe. That's
herd immunity, man.
Now,
I'm not seeing. That's what I tell people, man. If you want to go out there without a mask and you want to go out there with the mask, that's your business. Do your thing, But I mean, I don't know how it's going to react, but I do think that if you're, and I don't want to say stay away from the blue states that are very. I would say if you're in a blue state like that, make sure you have strong leases. Like a strong beast. Like, hey, if this goes on, I'm out. I got 60 days to get out of here, whatever it may be,
Mm-hmm.
But I'll do it in every state, really, because you don't know who's going to do what. But Texas, I don't think they're slowing down. They seem to be pretty open. You know what I mean? So
everybody keeps moving here too, man, in droves.
Yeah.
It's insane, man. All right, we're getting traffic like LA and shit.
Yeah. I mean, Dallas has grown to what, the third largest metroplex in the U.S.?
Holy shit.
VFW, third largest metroplex. So, yeah, it's growing.
I guess so. So you're confident in investing right now in the height of COVID, because or you assume that it's gonna dissipate some.
Yeah. When everybody's fearful, be greedy. When everybody's greedy, be fearful.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it's going to get worse, but I guess you just see that there's a lot of these vaccines coming out. So that's something, right?
Yeah,
it might not cure it. You might be people be apprehensive about getting the vaccine, but it just puts in their head that, hey, these vaccines, people are getting them. Let's go back to normal now. It might not even make a difference, but it might be a placebo effect.
Exactly. I think that's what it is, Dan. I think that's their way of covering up their scamdemic. But but that's just me. I'm just joking. I don't think it's a scamdemic. But I'll just say that's my, I think they have a way of getting it back out there. Because I don't know if they need everything back to normal, because most remote workers are remote and we're doing just fine. I've seen a lot of commercial real estate up for lease, though. Now, I don't know. I've drive by them and I consider what kind of business right now would really pop off during COVID? You know what I mean? Like commercial business, you know what I mean? So that's one consideration I have, because you can get a cheap lease right now for pretty cheap. So
seems like Kim and Ann are scooping up some commercial spots, right?
Definitely. With the hair industry too. So, you can't go wrong there.
That's true. That's big money right there.
Yeah. And all you're doing is leasing spaces. I love their business model. See, that's one thing I've been trying to find. If I can find something like that, I'd be interested.
They'll teach you, man. They know their shit.
Because they just opened up another, and it's crazy, in the middle of COVID. Well, not in the middle of COVID. This was before COVID hit. Down here in South Arlington, they just opened up a whole nother like shopping center right now. Now, a liquor store would be a good one to have because they opened up a liquor store right here. I'm like, that would be a good one to have during this time. People are drinking, you know, especially if you could sublease it, you know.
Yeah, I wonder how many alcoholics COVID has created.
Man, a lot.
Right.
So
Nothing else to do but stay home and drink.
You know, yeah, and there's certain things like that's what I'd be trying to look at when I was looking at like commercial real estate because I knew it was going to take a hit. Like Mahogany's office shut down. They were just like, forget it. We don't even need y'all here. So they just shut the office down. They're like, and I know a lot of jobs do that because you realize, man, y'all sitting in this office, you can remote into everything from your computer. What's the point of going to the office? You know what I mean? So, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. I know I am.
Like if you had a company like the one you work for, would you want everybody working remote? There's no advantage to having them working together.
Yeah, I want to work remote. I mean, I could see. I'm trying to think what. I really see no advantages of being in the office. At first, I was apprehensive about it because I'm like, man, I gotta. But the reason why I was apprehensive about it is because I have routines, and it threw off my routine. Every morning I get up, I go to the gym. Now we had to build the garage gym. Now I do that in the morning. If they made me go back to the office, I guess I could easily adjust to it, but I'd rather be at home now. And I think that's the issue a lot of jobs might face. You can have these people working from home. And then also they're shutting schools down in North Texas up here. They're shutting a whole bunch of schools down. So you got people working from home, kids are at home, little small kids are at home, you know, so.
You know, I just thought of something like because I heard this episode of Bigger Pockets. This guy was on. He's an investor out of California, and he said he did. You know how they do the at the end of the famous five, whatever, where you go through a deep dive, and one of his was he bought this big old house over there in Southern California. It's like 4 bedrooms and kind of a big house. So he Airbnb'd all the rooms. And then in the bottom, he made out of the garage, he made a really nice office area for him. And that's where he expanded his business. And he goes, I guess he bought it for, I don't know, let's say he bought it, it needed work and stuff. He bought it for around $100,000. He said he sold it for $500,000 just a few years later. He made a big old profit. But I was like, man, if you build a really nice freaking office in a house nowadays, especially how things are going, and people are looking at houses like, holy crap, I could work from this. This is a perfect spot to work. It has all the, high speed, everything hooked into the walls, this and that. That'd be a great selling point for homes.
Oh yeah, offices. Yeah. Cause I just did my office. I'm about to get my office closed off. So yeah, offices are definitely a hot thing right now. That is definitely the truth. So.
You build some walls there?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a wall. Build a wall out up in here. So.
Okay.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I'm gonna get that done. But yeah, I mean, there's so many opportunities out here. Like he said, he built the office in a house, and then he ain't got to pay the office fees. Then he can write off a percentage of the taxes on the house. That's what I'm doing with mine. I'm writing off 700 square feet for tax purposes. So, it's always opportunity out there. So, speaking of Bigger Pockets, I'm reading David Green's BRRRR book. Man, that really taught me a lot. So I'm finishing that book up.
That's a great book right there. Yeah.
Powerful.
I heard the audio version of it. It's really good.
It's powerful. I was like, man, I found so much stuff. Like I'm reading that book and I'm like, man, there was so many things I could have done better on my first BRRRR. Because he's talking about he's getting 70% return on his money. It's like, damn. I got my first one, I only got 33% return, but I'm like, man, I'm gonna double it up next time. So
only 33, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah. 33 is good, but 77, I'm trying to be in there. And I was like, oh yeah, I finally found out where I can improve. So
my favorite part of the book, I don't know if you got there yet, where it compares, Tom versus John. Yeah, where it compares those two guys, and one of them is just traditional. He's like me. He's a traditional, like I'm buying one house a year. Okay, that's fine for me. But the other guy, he saved up for the first 5 years. He saved up $80,000, right, to buy the first house cash.
Yep.
So he can go in there and fix it up and pull all the money out, BRRRR it. And he said he might have been like 5 houses behind that guy, but like within a couple years, he was already like 20 houses ahead of that guy. You know?
Because next year, I know next year I'm picking up bare minimum. Depending on how this 1031 goes, 3 houses in my name. You know what I mean? Bare minimum. Just using the BRRRR strategy. And not only using the BRRRR strategy, finding out how to use OPM. That's the key. Once you can use OPM to do the deal, Mike Glaspie, he hooked me up that game. He dropped some heavy gems that day, and I was like, man, I took it straight into action. I was like, okay. Yeah. So once you learn how to use OPM, then you start using your business side to do the rehab, because acquisition's where you need, you know what I'm saying, acquisition. Hard money lenders, okay, but once you get into private money, I was like, hell yeah, that's what you got to do it.
Yeah, OPM, for those who don't know, is other people's money.
Yes, sir. Other people's money. So it's all about, once you get that OPM, you know, you can do little loans here, little loans there, get the deal acquired, you know, then fix it up on a business line of credit or something like that where they don't see it. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man. You think rich people use their own money to invest?
No, sir. You know, and you know, that book, I'll tell anybody, read the BRRRR book, man. That shit's powerful. That's a powerful ass book. Like he drops a bunch of gems in there. But yeah, I was talking to a coworker, not a coworker, but a friend today, and they have all this money in the bank, man. And I was reading the BRRRR book and I was listening to what they were doing, and I was like, man, I wouldn't do that, man. They're about to buy a multifamily house. You know, right now you got to put down 25% just to get in the door. You know, with most
unless they move into it, right?
Yeah, unless they move into it. But you know, a lot of people don't want to play that game. And they were showing me this 8-plex, 4 and 8-plex they were looking at buying. And like I looked at the down payment, I'm like, you gonna drop $90,000 for that? They're like, yeah. I'm like, dang. I'm like, man, you could buy like 6 houses with that, dude. But I was like, I was like, you could get 6 houses. After you get the 6 houses, 1031 them, and then go get you like a 40 unit. You know what I mean? Something like that. You know, just how you think about it. But it was like what you said the other day, man. Sometimes we get to talk about this real estate shit, and we be like, damn, we do know a lot, you know, just as the stuff we've been doing, the people we were exposed to. But I would be like, yeah, but I'm like, I ain't dropping $90,000 on no house right now. Hell no. But
yeah, that's exactly, because I was talking to a young dude at work, and he just started there not too long ago. He transferred from another spot. And I see him a lot, and I was like, hey, man, you're picking up a lot of hours. And he's like, yeah, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, save up. I'm trying to get my first house. I said, oh, you're going to get you a house? Yeah. I was like, well, you know, have you ever thought of, you know, becoming a landlord? He's like, I don't know. That sounds cool. I think I know people that do it. I was like, well, I said, if you could do it, since you're young, I said, you single? He's like, yeah, you know, single. You're young and single. He goes, I would definitely go for a multi-family property first. I said, he goes, I would get a duplex at least. And here's why. And I was telling him, because you only have to put 3% down to get a duplex. It's not that much more than trying to get a single family home. Mm-hmm. I said, and then you only have to live there for a year, and then you can move to the next one. And I said, if you rent out one side, it'll probably pay for the mortgage for both of it. So you'd be living for free. Then you hop out of that one, and you have 2 rentals. And you'll hop into the next duplex, and it goes, in a few years, 5 years, you'll have like, you know, 20 doors. And he's, oh, that's really good. It's good. It's like, yeah, man, just, if you ever have any questions, just holler at me. I don't know a lot. I mean, I know a little bit, but yeah, just simple things like that. And you'll be building wealth really quickly. You know? I was telling this dude, man, if you're young, single, the first thing you should buy is a multifamily, a 4-plex, really. Honestly, buy a 4-plex. Buy a 4-plex for the first 4 years. That's 16 doors, dog. You're done. You're single, you're done. All you do the rest of your life is now go increase your cash flow. You're done. You know what I mean? So Right.
You know.
Do it while you're young and single, because you get a wife and kids, they don't want to live in a half of a duplex. You know what I'm saying?
Or find somebody who, or if you have a girl, find somebody who's willing to sacrifice and do it. You know what I mean? But if you're young, single, and you want to get a house, man, get you a multifamily, get you a fourplex, man. I would definitely get a fourplex route, house hack it for 3 years, man.
And see, like I said, he works at where I work, at the airlines, and there are duplexes in Bedford and Euless. A lot of duplexes or tries or quads, whatever, are usually in not the best part of town, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason, there's a bunch in Euless and Bedford, and that's right up from the airport, man. So that's a perfect spot for them.
Oh yeah, perfect, bro. Yeah, I do that all day.
Because I've seen them. Because I used to live over there by Sam Houston School, and those have duplexes all around the school in Arlington. Sam Houston. Yeah, but that's kind of ghetto. It's kind of.
Where's that at?
It's right in the middle of Arlington. It's like, I guess, right out in between Pioneer and Arbrook, I guess.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I was trying to buy a duplex over there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little ghetto, a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little hood over there. Yeah,
I got a house over there, but hey, it's
you do?
Good. Yeah, right.
That's where your house was.
It's right. Yeah, it's right across the street right down the road from Sam Houston. So it's New York, right off New York and Pioneer, kind of.
Oh yeah, I know where you are.
New York and Arkansas, actually. Yeah. So I liked it. It was the right part of town for me, But the renters have been there for fucking 4 years now, so I guess they like it.
Can't beat that. So you doing any pickups, or you do 100% arbitrage now?
That's the thing I've been wrestling with, man. I mean, arbitrage is cool, but I still want to pick up, tangible a property that I own, or quote unquote own, me and the bank own together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still want to get that.
I'm telling you, you should start burning properties, man. It's like the best thing to do, man. Burr a property. Yeah, get you a hard money lender. Just burr one, man. Find it. Just get a wholesaler or whoever, network. We got all the tools we need, man. You burr a property. First one you do, you're like, damn, I'll do this shit again. Like, I can't wait to get my hands on another one. For real, I can't wait.
Now, what about the seasoning period?
The 6-month seasoning period?
Yeah. You have to wait 6 months before you can pull money out?
Correct. Then, see, I've been breaking that down too. I told you I broke my business down into 3 parts, right? Arbitrages, timeshares, BRRRR, and acquisitions, which are BRRRRs, like the ones I own. So what I was doing right now is I use most of my own money for this one. You know what I mean? I use my lines of credit, things like that for this one. So next time, my goal is to get private money to acquire the deal. I'm going to use a private money interest-only loan to acquire the deal. And then I use my own capital or my business lines of credit to rehab it. Then I pull all the money out. I balloon payment my private money lender. And then I get him all his money back. Then I keep whatever's left, or if nothing's left, oh well, you know what I'm saying, pay off my rehab costs. That's how I'm going to do it from now on. And then, therefore, I can have one of those going, because that's all private money, don't nobody see it. Then I have another one going on with hard money. So I can now have 2 going on at the same time. 6 months hit, you got to refi, whatever. So then, but you might have to wait because you're doing 2 refis at the same time. But yeah, the seasoning period is usually 6 months. But David Green said if you network enough, you can find people who do seasoning periods in 4 months. So now you're doing, 3 houses a year.
Right.
Yeah.
You like working with like a local credit union or something like that?
No, I don't have a credit union. I've been hearing bad shit about credit unions, some of them, but you got to really get a rapport with them. I'm just going with who I have rapport with right now. Right now I've been going with this last one I did a refi, and then I used my business line of credit. So in total, I could buy a house with my lines of credit. That's how much I built up. I can buy a house with it, but then I'd be depending upon credit cards to do the rehab. So now I'm seeing if I can find people with private money, people I've done business with in the past, and going from there. Credit unions are good though, I heard. But to start off, you can always go to a hard money lender. And you have enough HUD statements that a hard money lender would give you money in no time. Well, you got about what 4 or 5 HUD statements. You closed on 4 or 5 deals. So I mean, you know,
Right. Huh. Shit.
yeah, that's all they need. Like, oh, you ever closed on a deal? Yeah, yeah, bro. I got 4 or
So
5. You know,
so what does hard money look like right now? Like what percentage rates?
I've seen like 9 to 12%. There's
Wow, you saw it at 9?
saw some at 9, some
Holy
at
shit,
12.
that's good.
Yeah. It's always good. You know what I'm saying? You right, because look, they getting money for cheap right now. They gonna go down on their prices a little bit too. You know, 9, 12, and I think I seen one for 15. So
That's high.
yeah, that's high as hell.
Shit. How many points do you have to put up?
I didn't see the points. See, that's one thing I
Okay.
didn't really see. I just seen the interest, and I was just kind of leveling my odds out. Like it would be better to have private money.
Because back in the day, it was like 3 to 5 points, which means 3,000 to 5,000. They call it points, but it's like $3,000 or $5,000. You know, that's like boom. That's how much that's like what you're paying them, and then like 12% interest on top of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the points, you don't get that shit back. That's money you're paying them. That's like a fee. And so I don't know what the points are now. Maybe it's gone down to like 2 or 3. Maybe if they're really itching to give away money, right?
Yeah, you would take away the initial, come down on the initial payment as much as possible for sure. You know.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
But if you could get it in, getting in good working order, get the house rented, and in the 6 months get the money out, man, it's shit. Boom.
See, that's why I love the Airbnb strategy so much, because if you're making 2 or 3 times the rent, right, it can save your ass if you run out of money. Like that can save your ass if you run out of money. You can now be paying him back with your Airbnb money. You know what I mean? Instead, back in the day, you just rented. Traditionally, you making $300. Something go out up in there, hell, you ain't got no reserves. You know what I mean? So
just be sure to buy in Airbnb friendly locations, and you could use that tool. Yeah,
that's a fact. Airbnb friendly locations, corporate rent. I mean, there's so many ways you can corporate rent it. You ain't even got to Airbnb it. You know, honestly, the thing is, once you get direct, that's where the play is. Once you get direct bookings, do what the hell you want to do, because you're no longer accessible to the public. And by the way, I just my first day of my direct booking campaign kicked off today with Slick Text and MailChimp. So I'll let y'all know how that goes. So.
Oh, it was your first day.
And I got 5 stay-fis coming to me for my 5 units. So hopefully I'll get that subscriber list up to over 100 to 200 real quick. So got some big stuff coming. So I'm really pushing. I told you 2022, I want all direct bookings, man. I got to push hard this year. I'm thinking about hiring a marketing manager, someone who knows how to market. So, and also StayFi has some real good marketing tools too. They got some real dope stuff they use.
So how many direct bookings are you getting now, like compared to?
Right now I have one person in direct, and then I have another one a week later checking in direct after him. But she's like a travel nurse, but she booked directly. And I can tell you, oh, by the way, if you want to get travel nurses too, make sure you're on Google. Make sure your business is on Google. And if you put all your products on Google, like, hey, these are my products, and then have your website on there. They go to your website. They have access to all your listings. That's how I got this nurse. So I've been calling, people call, then I give them a number they can call, or they can just go on the site. So right now I have 2 direct bookings going on right now. One was a previous Airbnb client, and this one was straight direct from Google. And I use Google Analytics to kind of give me updates on how I'm doing, my rankings, how many people are calling me, and how many people are searching me, and how they're finding me, what they're typing in to find me. So, yeah. So right now I'm not too high because I only got a few places. I'm not too high, but hopefully with these next 5, hopefully with the 20 next year, I can go in with I already have the system of getting direct bookings. So 2022, man, we hit the ground running with direct bookings. So.
Hell yeah, you're measuring twice to cut once, right?
Yes, sir.
Measuring 100 times, actually.
Yeah, like I said, I put growth on hold so I could get systems in place. So how many what's your goal for the next 2021? How many are you trying to get? Because you got what, 3?
3 arbitrages.
Yeah. How many?
I got 3 long-term rentals, 3 arbitrages. That's a good question. I know at least, man, every time I like compare it to like something that you're doing or some of the other guys doing, I feel like small. But I'm like, I know I want to get at least, huh?
Everybody's where they want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I want to get at least one more house, maybe two, like purchase, and to have as rentals, and then and a few more arbitrages. I guess I'm not like I guess I'm not. I don't know. I'm at a comfortable spot, and yeah, I'm at a comfortable spot. I'll see how these things are going. It is addicting though once you get one up and running and it starts
Get
renting
uncomfortable.
good.
Comfortability breeds stagnant behavior.
I get uncomfortable in my own way. I guess people's comfort tolerances are different, right?
That's definitely true. Yeah.
Because you dive right in, man. You dive in the deep end, shit, and then learn how to swim on the way up.
No, that's mahogany. I really don't. I think I made a video about that. Like people think I dive off the deep end. I really don't. I'm very analytical. Mahogany will, but it helps me though because like it helps our relationship because she'll just jump off the deep end and I'll be like, hold on, put your life jacket on. Me, I'll have my life jacket on, done all the research, but I'll be looking over the edge, so she'll kick me off. You know what I mean? So then I'll go in. I'm already got. I come back up like, oh, I got a life jacket on. I'm good. So yeah, it's definitely a perfect balance.
That's a good balance. That's a good
Yeah.
balance. Yeah, I guess I see it because my wife's a stay-at-home mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I see, I guess that brings me the most pride that I'm able to do all this stuff and have have my wife be a stay-at-home mom to the kids. I think that's with that alone, I'm mission accomplished, right?
Yeah.
Anything else on top of that is gravy. Because I do see a lot of like friends at work where even their wives work, in the same area or close by, and they're both working a shitload of hours, working like overtime like a motherfucker, and they're still upside down in debt with these big old vehicles they're upside down on. I'm like, what about the kids, man? They're just gonna leave them at a daycare or some shit like that, and like they got the priorities backwards. They're all about they're working all these fucking hours, both of them, to pay for all these giant McMansions and giant cars, and then the kids are like, well, they're at daycare.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is that, man? Shouldn't it be your kids first and then all this other useless crap that
That's facts.
on
People
your
don't.
deathbed you can think about that?
That's why I hustle. I hustle for my time back, man. That's what I want. Money just creates time, freedom, and everything else. That's what I'm hustling for. December 2021, I hope Mahogany's walking off her job. That's my goal. December, walk off your job. We have enough. Hopefully these arbitrages bring us what we want. Be further out of debt. We good to go. So,
And by out of debt, what do you mean by what in particular debt?
car notes and student loans. Yeah, that's all I need to pay off. Once I'm done with those, I'm good to go.
But see, that's the point. When you get to the point where you can pay them off, you're like, man, but I could buy like 5 more houses instead of pay this shit off.
Well, and I looked at it like that, but then I'm like, man, if the cash flow coming in on a monthly basis, if I'm getting $30,000 on a monthly basis, cash flow, you'd be like, shit, I'll pay $10,000 off. Shit, I'm getting it back again next month. Then I'm chilling, Throw some in the investments, So one thing I noticed I need to step myself up is I was reading the book, The Millionaire Next Door. He said most rich people have 20% of their wealth in stocks. And I did like a little thing of my wealth and I only had like 0.6% in stocks. So I was like, I got to hop in the stock market game. So I bought a bunch of Pfizer, Moderna, and all that. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and get in the stock market game.
Yeah, those things are shooting up like crazy.
Yeah. But other than that, but I'm definitely, you got to have time for your family, man. That's all it's all about.
That's the number one thing right there.
Straight up.
That's why we do this.
Yeah, man. People can have freedom, man. Get your freedom, man. Get your freedom.
Yeah. Cool, man. That's a good episode. Good little spur of the moment, the Rona ep.
Yeah, the Rona ep, episode 144.
Oh, where are you traveling to?
I'm going to Houston.
Oh, okay. That's right.
I'm just picking up the keys, making copies, putting on lock boxes. passing them off, and I'm chilling. Yeah, I'm chilling. I just want to be there for the initial pickup, initial install. Once they get all that done, be chilling, get my stay file all set up, my direct booking flyers in there. We ready to roll.
Okay. When is Sarah setting up your units?
Friday. They're gonna start Friday.
Oh shit! Already.
Yeah.
Damn, they're moving nonstop.
Oh, they don't stop, man. She don't stop. They too hustlers because they Friday, I think and they said they're gonna be done on the 13th. So I was like, man, my Airbnb money is looking good next month. Well, this month really, and I'm gonna start pre-marketing real soon. So man, but yeah, man, it'll be good to get 5 more, and then they'll be in Houston. You know, I'm trying to really. So when you go to my direct booking website, you got multiple places to go. You can go to Houston, Arkansas. You know, we'll start really branching it out.
Nice. Yeah, grow it, man.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, we're gonna get you 10 arbitrages by the end of next year, man.
Fuck it, let's do it, man.
Yes,
Let's do it. I'm down.
Yes, sir. Do it.
Yeah, yeah. Because then, I even thought that when I was a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had this kind of mentality. I remember thinking about delivering papers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, if I delivered papers, in one day, I might make, I don't know, $5, whatever the fuck the profit was back then.
Mm-hmm.
It goes, or I could just pay friends, 50 cents each to go deliver some of them, and then I'll profit like $1, but I won't have to do shit. I was like, I know it's only $1, but I didn't have to do nothing, I always thought like that. I was like, but I can expand my paper routes, and then
there you go.
Then I'll be making $5 for, a bigger area, and then $10 for a bigger area for not doing nothing,
Yeah.
Everybody's doing the work for me.
There you go.
That's where I'm trying to. That's my big shift right now is hiring people that are smart and that are good at what they're doing. Like, hey, look, like we got Sarah. Sarah, she was on the show, and then now she's doing our units for us. We don't have to go sit there and turn a fucking crescent wrench or whatever,
Exactly.
the IKEA wrench. And she's doing she loves doing it, and that's her fucking passion. That's what you want, people that they're passionate about doing, that are working for you, man. That's the.
When you get paid to do your passion, that is the definition of success, my friend. Straight up.
Boom.
That is what it is.
So when you quitting your job?
I'm trying to do 2021 too, if I can. December 2021, if I can. But if not, I ain't tripping. As long as I can get mahogany off, because we're having another baby next year, so.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I'm going for number 2. So we'll see how it goes. I got to start looking at the private insurance, Plus, I wouldn't mind staying on mine for a little minute, because then I can I can start calculating the cost of 3 people under my insurance, and then I can just go from there, So
just get on that Biden care, man.
No, I want some insurance. So get on some insurance, and after that, we'll see. We'll try to go see from there. When you leaving?
Oh, fuck. I had thought about this the other day, and I was like, I'm 43 right now.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't know. It just came to my head is that by 45, I want to be retired. So that's 2 years away.
What do you need to get there?
I want a good cash flow about, I don't know. I mean, if I get enough cash flow where everything's paid, plus I'm profiting $5,000 to $6,000 a month on top of everything.
$6,000 cash flow?
After everything's all paid off and said and done, everything's then $5,000 or $6,000 on top of that, then I can bounce.
Okay. See me, I need like a year's worth of expenses. I keep it on my board, like what I need. A year's worth of expenses, and then I need my side income to cover twice as much as my expenses. So my average monthly to cover twice as much as my expenses. Mm-hmm. So it's a few things I got to do, and I'm working on getting there. But yeah, and then a year worth of expenses and savings too. A year emergency fund.
Oh, you got a year to do it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, that's what made me realize, if I just keep all my money in the bank, I can reach there faster if I just sit here and BRRRR all these properties.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta spend no money.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're in debt payoff mode, and then you're fucking done.
Yeah, exactly. Man. It's powerful, man. You know some stuff. It's powerful. Yes, sir.
It's free, and the truth will set you free.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's been a great ep, man. Good catching up with you.
Yes, sir.
And you can find us at, liveletthrive.com, liveletthrive@gmail.com. Hit us up, call us. We put our phone numbers on there, and yeah, keep letting, and thriving, y'all.
Yes, sir. Make sure to hit us up on IG. We always on there. We ain't posted in a little minute, but we're about to have some videos coming up real quick. So make sure to follow us on IG at Live Let Thrive.
Hey, if you want to hop on our show, hit us up. Come on our show. We might end up doing business with you, like a few of our guests that we've already had on.
Yeah. If you got something to offer, hit us up, man. You got something new. I don't care what it is. Something that's valuable to the community of short-term rentals, hell, Turo, whatever, share economy. You got something valuable to offer, definitely.
Oh, you're gonna get the Turo guy on.
Oh yeah.
You talked about that guy. He got where did he get 30 cars in a day or some shit like that? He did some crazy stuff.
Crazy, man. Yeah, I'm trying to get
30 different dealerships.
Yeah, got a few people in the works I'm trying to get on. So I got some heavy hitters. I'll say some young, heavy hitters that'll just kind of blow your mind. I got a couple of them I hit up, so I'll let y'all know when that happens. You'll be like, dang. It's a mind-blowing guess.
Hell yeah. All right, my friend. We'll see you on the flip.
All right, we are out. Peace.
Later. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Live, Let, Thrive. Be sure to tune in next week for all the latest in the world of Airbnb and all that entails. Bye-bye.